Hello, friends. Uh, I am talking about George Orwell's one of the novels, Animal Farm. This novel, Animal Farm, it is a mockery about Russian Revolution of 1917. How Russian Revolution happened, what are all the major causes for the revolution, and what happened after the revolution, how the leaders became dictators after these revolutions. About that, it is a kind of criticism. This novel is a kind of criticism about all those Russian revolutions. So here, let us directly jump into the novel now. There was a village. In that village, there was a farm. In that farm, there were different kinds of animals and different kinds of birds, like pigs, like dogs, horse, and different kinds of birds. So, like that, there were different kinds of animals and birds. And the in charge of that farm was Mr. Jones, and he was a drunkard. He would drink alcohol all the times, and he would make all the animals work hard in the farm. In return, he was not feeding the food properly. So this was the condition of the animals. So and the name of the farm was Mannerly Farm. Manor Farm. Okay. So they in the group of animals, there was a pig, and the name of the pig was World Major. Okay, World Major was a intellectual pig, and all the pigs were considered as the intellectual animals among the animals group. Okay, so World Major, it was, as the name itself says, it is a world animal. It had seen so many generations of animals. It has faced so much of problems. So it had so much of experience about life. So it had a major plans. It prepared certain plans in its mind. That so for that it organizes a meeting in one night. In one night there was a meeting. All the animals participates, and in that meeting it reveals all the problems which all the animals are facing. Like it says, like world major says that we are all facing different kinds of problems. We are not being served proper food, and we do not have any freedom here. We are not happy here, and in order to become happy, in order to have our liberty, we have to become free. In order to become free, we have to rebel against the master of this farm, manor farm. So which means we have to rebel against Mr. Jones. That is what word major says. So everybody agrees for that, because everybody wanted to be happy, and everybody wanted to enjoy their lives, and everybody want to be free from the clutches of the Mr. Jones. So for that, everybody or every animals agrees for the idea of word major. Okay, all the animals declares the war against Mr. Jones. War took place, and in that war, animals become weak, they achieve success, and they become success, and Mr. Jones was defeated by the animals. Okay, from then onwards, all the animals becomes free, and unfortunately in that war they lost world major. Since he was a world person, world animal, world pig, he lost his life. He dies in that animal. So after that, Snowball, Napoleon, Squalor, they took the initiative. They were the different pigs. They were other pigs, and they took the initiative of administration of Mannerly Farm, and they changed the name of Manor Farm into Animal Farm as as the remembrance of the victory. Okay. From then onwards, they wanted to have a proper kind of rules and regulations to have a proper administration. So for that, they introduced 7 commandments. 7 commandments here in this novel means it is a rules and regulations of the animal farm, which means how the animal should behave, how we should control the animals, and how we can distribute the justice, and how can we have a proper and healthy relationship with other animals. So regarding that, they had 7 commandments. They are the rules and 7 commandments are nothing but the rules and regulations of the animals. Like if I have to name some of the 7 commandments, like all the animals are equal, and no animal should drink alcohol, no animal should drink no animal should smoke, and no animal should wear clothes, and no animal should sleep on the bed, and all the animals who walk on 2 legs are enemies, and all the animals who walks on 4 legs are friends of us, and all the animals who flies are our friends. So these were all the 7 commandments that the animals farm framed. So when Snowball took the administration, everything was going smoothly. Every administration was going smoothly, and all the animals were happy. And they would arrange meeting if they want to introduce any kind of policies, or if they wanted to, introduce new kind of policy, or if they want to implement different policies. So they would have a meeting. Okay, so one day, Snowball, as a leader of the animal farm, he introduced a new policy like construction of electricity generation windmill. Okay, everybody agrees for that, but Napoleon, he did not want to implement that policy. He did not want that policy to be implemented. Okay, in that matter, Snowball and Napoleon, they did not have a same idea. One says that that is, Snowball says that we have to have this policy, and Napoleon says that we should not have that policy. So they both have a clash between that about that policy. Somehow Snowball becomes successful in convincing other animals. Okay, so for that he introduces that policy, and after that what happened was, somehow Napoleon grows power hunger. So he made some conspiracy against the Snowball, and he becomes successful in chasing away the Snowball from the animals group. Okay, from then onwards, Napoleon become the leader of the animal farm. Okay, from then onwards, Napoleon become the leader of the animal farm, and from that day onwards, he declares that only from this time onwards, there won't be any kind of meeting in public, and only animals will decide, only pigs will decide what are all the needs, or what are all the essential things that needs to be given to the other animals. So which shows the dictator's kind of administration, which begins from the Napoleon's administrations. So here we can compare world major Snowball, Napoleon to the communist administration. Here world major can be compared with the Karl Marx and his philosophy. Karl Marx says that in order to have a proper administration, we have to have proper justice. In order to have a proper justice means we have to be we have to share all the property to all the people equally. So that is what he says, and all the policies or all the political philosophies what Karl Marx said were implemented by Lenin. Okay, and Lenin was a prompt fellow, so that is the reason why Lenin is compared here with Snowball. When Snowball was there, every administration was going on smoothly, and everybody were happy with the Snowball's administration. When Napoleon comes to power, then the administration started to move towards corruption. Here also, even in the real communist nation also, after Lenin, Stalin comes to power. When Stalin comes to power, administration start to move towards the corruption slowly. So that is what happened. So that is why here the writer of the novel, that is George Orwell, started to criticize the administrative system of the Stalin. Okay, after that, here we have another character, that is Boxer. It is a horse, and it is a hard-working horse. When Snowball they get independence, especially when all the animals get the independence, especially Boxer, that is the horse, takes the initiative, or it takes the oath that from today onwards I'm going to work very hard to see my animal farm grow. For the development of my animal farm, I am going to work harder and harder every day. So that is how it took the oath, and it started to move towards the it started to work hard. Okay, so here this Boxer can be compared with the common people. Okay, common people means they believed that we should work hard to make our nation developed. So for that, everybody would work hard. But what happened after some time was, when Napoleon comes to power, every animals, like especially pigs, except pigs, everybody were working hard, but pigs were indulged in all the bad activities. They started to violate the rules and regulations of the land, of the animal farm. Like according to the rules, no one should drink alcohol, but these pigs were started to drink alcohol. And no one should smoke cigarettes, but they started to smoke cigarettes. And they said that they should not have friendly relationship with the human beings, but they started to have friendly relationship with the human beings, because to have alcohol, to purchase alcohol from them. So after that, they modified one of the major rules, like all the animals were equal, and they changed it into all the animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than the others. So it shows how they started to violate the rules and regulation, and how they started to make some partiality to other animals. So this is how the administration started to decay. After that, what happened was, these pigs started to have a friendly relationship with human beings, and Napoleon brings Mr. Pilkington to the farm, and he handovers that animal farm to the human beings. That is, the name of the human being is Mr. Pilkington. Okay, again he changes the name animal farm into manor farm, which means the same situation again repeated. It shows like, it may be any kind of after reading this novel, what I felt is that whatever may be the administrative system, like whether it is a democracy, whether it is a communism, whether it is a Euro communism, democratic communism, whatever it may be, but if there is no proper values, if there are no proper kind of morality in the administration, we cannot have a proper administration. No people in a nation can be happy. If we want to ensure happiness in the nation, means the administrator or the ruler or the leader of the nation should be free from corruption, and especially from his mind. From his mind, he should be completely free. He should not be having any kind of corruption in his mind, because mind itself will provoke any individual to do corruption. So for that, what I am trying to saying is that nobody should be having corrupt kind of mentality. Only corrupt kind of mentality will lead to the corrupt kind of activities. So what I am trying to saying is that administration and morality should go together. Only then we can ensure, only then we can bring drastic change in administration in a positive way. Otherwise, whether any kind of revolution may take place, like a Russian revolution and any other kind of revolution, but the same thing will repeat. The same thing will happen again and again. So we cannot expect any kind of change. If you take any nations for that matter, now so many during the time of independence movement, so many peoples have lost their great leaders. But after that, when the power comes to the next generation, we are seeing how the next generation rulers are misusing the powers, how they are misusing the rights, and how they are misleading the constitution of any particular nation. So it shows any form of administration, any kind of administrative system, if they do not have any values and morality in the administration, which will start to move towards the corruption, and people will start to face the heat of that corruption, because ultimately all this corruption and all these malpractices of the government will make the other peoples, like common people, suffer in the days in their lives. So this is all about the novel. Thank you.